it's Claudia, and I am in Whole Foods. It is so beautiful to be in here again. I haven't been in Whole Foods in an extra long time. How are you guys doing?
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say.
Okay. Oh my God, I love to be in here. Let's see. Hey guys, oh my gosh, I made it back from Whole Foods and it was a wonderful trip. I must admit, I enjoyed it. I love Whole Foods. Back in the house. I went with this. This is my outfit of the day. Let's see if you guys, can see. My little workout outfit, I have my little jacket on. I'm glad I wore my jacket because it got chilly. Not super chilly, but I came over like this because I'm visiting my friend, and my gosh, her home is gorgeous. And so, came like this. And I've got my hair twisted. I'm looking at the guys walk by. What are they working on? On something. Got my little twist in. I love them. My hair is just growing and growing. Okay, so what I want to do is show you what we got from Whole Foods. Gotta find the best setup. So come on over here and let's see if we can get these just so. Okay, so let me wash my hands. This won't do. Okay, so I'm vegan. Soy vegana. In case you didn't know, indeed, I am going to change some things with this vegan lifestyle and exercise and taking better care of myself. And this is what we're going to have for the weekend. So when I vlog this weekend, I will be vlogging the meals that I'm going to create for us. My friend and I, we went to college together. We're like sister friends. And these 3 bags of Whole Foods, let's see what's in here. Oh guys, and I want to talk to you guys about some things. Well, let's get this done. I got this. Oh my goodness. Kind of a red leaf lettuce. Green onions. Tomatoes, tomates, grape tomatoes. We got 2 of those because you just can't have too much. Sweet potatoes. One of these nights, maybe tomorrow night, we're going to have sweet potatoes and this is going to be good. For Sunday lunch before I leave. We're going to put some vegetables in these. Got 2 of those. And we got peaches. Oh, yes. Okay. So Let's put those right there. In this bag, grapes, red seedless grapes. They had a sale on those. Plant-based Parmesan cheese. Cheese alternative, $3.65, Whole Foods. Pineapples, fresh pineapples to stuff the tomatoes with. Here we go. More bell peppers. I finally found, can you believe it? I finally found Ben & Jerry's ice cream. This is coconut 7-layer bar non-dairy frozen dessert. Coconut with fudge chunks, walnuts, and swirls of graham crackers. Ben & Jerry's, as my friend said, you can trust Ben & Jerry's. Okay? That's a good brand. But that Nada Moo, I don't know about that. Nothing Moo? Nothing Moo. That's cool, but no. Then this is cilantro. And for breakfast, we've got tofu. Shirley has never had tofu, so we've got tofu. Last bag is our yum food from the tofu bar. Did I say that right? This is our yum food from the Whole Foods bar. Yum! We can barely wait until we get these done. Okay, so I know mine is going to be delicious too, but Shirley said hers was delicious. But this is what we got in these little trays. And, oh my gosh, this looks so good. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, that looks good. And then it's all, like you said, marinated together. So, Shirley, did you put nuts on yours? Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't play that. Layla does not like nuts on her salad. But I will put nuts on a salad quickly. Did you get the falafel?
I don't think so.
Look.
Oh, what is that?
Falafel.
Sounds
Mediterranean.
or either
East, North African.
Palestinian or something.
Have you ever known anybody from Palestine?
I don't think so.
I mean, I saw one person on YouTube, but
I think I met a cab driver from there.
and they look kind of like the lady we saw in Whole Foods. This is so good. I'm going to eat. Talk to you guys later. So here is the Ben & Jerry's. Imagine that. Ben & Jerry's got their own vegan, non-dairy ice cream. So if you're looking for the 7th level of non-dairy heaven, you'll find a coconutty trove. I like that word, coconutty. A trove of luscious stuff from your favorite layered concoction right here in this very Ben & Jerry's non-dairy flavor. Shirley, do you want to get a spoon so you can try it? She's like, We're watching Caliphate, and I will talk about that momentarily. But that's Don't forget to tell them how good it is. Okay. Let's see. Mmm. That is good.
It's good.
That is very good. Very the term they use, coconutty, is superb. Superb. That's really good.
There's like coconuts.
Coconuts and 7-layer bar, whatever that is. Oh, walnuts swirled simply with fudge chunks and graham crackers.
Sounds good.
Honey, let me tell you, that's good. I never had, oh yeah, I did have a non-dairy dessert. I did. For my birthday, Avery and the Grands took me to a place in Atlanta that I vlogged that was non-dairy dessert. A whole little establishment, cute. But it didn't taste like this. Later in the evening, I picked up the carton and wondered about the sugar content, the caloric content, the sodium. I was so happy to see the carton. I didn't read the label, and it had more sugar in it than I care to ingest. A little more sodium. So I said, if I had this dessert, it would have to be once every blue moon, if that. Okay, guys, what a beautiful, wonderful, delightful day it has been. Oh, I've got to tell you again, that Whole Foods salad, that just bowl or box of wellness was so delicious. I have got to remember certain recipes. My kale mixed with cranberries, craisins, or raisins and walnuts or cashew nuts is going to be on the top of my list to prepare next time I do kale. So I've got to re-up on some cashew nuts, and I have got to remember several other dishes that they had in my little box that I put in my box. Oh my gosh. There are so many ways to make vegan food absolutely memorable and delicious. And it's a matter of just doing it. Let me just say that we did a Netflix and chill, and that Netflix series we saw was excellent. I will admit, I probably never would have seen Caliphate. I never probably would have seen Caliphate ever. I'll put the name of it in the description. And it was a series of 8 episodes, but we watched 6, and then we thought the ending would be the 6th one. But guys, there were 2 more episodes, 45 minutes each. That thing was so good. And I never ever would have watched it unless my friend had said, go on and let's just watch this. Do you like films about women? I'm like, yes, I love films about strong women. I read books about strong women, absolutely. But I don't want to see them mistreated, abused. It'll stay on my heart. No. But she was like, well, let's take a chance. Go on. I think you'll watch this. It's not like that. It's not like that. I was like, okay. Oh my gosh. It was so good. I'm not going to spoil it for you because I still have 2 more episodes to go, but I just will say that it is really a series that tells 3 stories weaved together in one. And one storyline, briefly, is about a Swedish woman in Sweden trying to get another Swedish woman out of Syria, where she has been not held against her will, but where she has been married, where she is married to a Syrian man who is a part of ISIS. And she is going through some hellacious situations that she probably did not bargain for when she left Sweden going for love. So fanaticism is at the core of that storyline and what can happen with religious fanaticism. Another storyline is when 3 young girls leave Sweden and are whisked off to Syria to serve Allah and ISIS. Oh my goodness. Those girls are given this whole song and dance and pony show about how wonderful it was going to be, how lavish and rich, and these luscious hotels, and they were going to be living the good life over there, just to be over there herded under burqas, going through the airport, sneaking in. Oh my gosh, it was just sad the way they were passed off from one person to the next that they trusted, people that they thought were going to be with them to the end, and then they passed them on like the Underground Railroad in reverse. Oh my goodness, it was sad. And then the other storyline is the storyline of the woman in Syria married to the man that she's trying to get back to Sweden from. She's trying to leave him and get back to Sweden so she can survive because she has killed a Muslim who had raped her. Fascinating. But anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about some very good books that I read and that I listened to on my device here, on my Kindle Fire. Oh, you gotta read. If you don't read, try reading some. Number 1, I got Earthing by Clint Ober with some other gentlemen, I think scientists, and he talks about the goodness of the earth, the electromagnetic field, and how we need that to grow and be healed from all of the inflammation in our bodies. I'm going to read that one and talk about that. Plus, I've got some other good information to vlog about that later. Just hang in there. And let me see, I'm going to go to my app here, my Libby app, and share. Oh, guys, I read Be a Triangle by Lily Singh, the beautiful Indian woman who is a YouTuber and blew up on YouTube. I mean, she is amazing. And I finished her book. It's Be a Triangle. It was 2 hours and 18 minutes. It was just from the New York Times best-selling author of How to Be a Boss comes an insightful and charmingly funny by Rupi Kaur, the amazing poet, Indian poet on Instagram, primer on learning to come home to your truest and happiest self. And she does a great job with telling you how she came home to her truest and happiest self. It's beautiful. I love Lily's honest and helpful advice about achieving happiness. And that came from another beautiful Indian woman, Mindy Kaling, Kaling, the actress. Oh, The Wheel of Time. Oh, I loved her in that. The New York Times best-selling author of Why Not Me? And I think I read that. I think I read that too in 2021. But this says it's time to flip right side up. It's time for this book title to make sense. It's time to be a triangle. And you should know, if you know Lily Singh from YouTube, she is hilarious, insightful. I mean, just wonderful. She's a world famous actress, author, and creator. So she made that content just plain delightful without sugarcoating what she had to say about how to be a triangle and be happy with yourself. Like a wise and emphatic friend who always keeps you honest, Lily pushes you to adjust your mindset and change your internal dialogue. Go, Lily. So if you haven't read that one, I can say for sure you will enjoy that one. And I want to also tell you, well, I have been listening to El Perro con Sombrero, a bilingual doggy tale. So I listened to that on audiobook. I think I read that too. And I like to listen to Spanish stories, the bilingual fairy tales, The Three Little Pigs, Los Tres Cerditos. That one is good. I had my little great nephews listening to it, but they were like, okay. But it didn't really go so well with that. I think it was too old for them. The script was too much, the narrative, but still I enjoyed it, so I listened to it. And let me see. I am in the process of finishing up One Last Stop. It's a lesbian young adult novel about a young girl who falls in love with a woman lost outside of time. She's from the 70s and she's old, like maybe 50 plus, and the girl is 23. August is 23, and Jane is older because she has been away from her period in the 70s for a long time, trapped on a train. It is beautifully written. Casey McKeeston did an amazing job. I had started reading that without the audiobook version, and I didn't really get into it, so I let it go. And then somehow I got back to it, and it is so good. It's due in 12 days, but it is 12 hours long, but it is so good to listen to. Beautifully written, hilarious. Let me see. The Cherry Robbers by Sarai Walker. I am reading that one. No, I'm listening to that one, audiobook. I'm also going to listen to De Aquí Como El Coqui. So that's Nomar Perez. I will have to let you know how that one is. Expiring soon. Renew. Oh boy. Due in 2 days. I'll just go on and read that tonight. But I finished listening to an audiobook version of another book, sampled, but I read that one. I don't see it here. It's by a Palestinian and Jordanian woman, a mixed, and she's a queer woman who was telling about her life. Oh my God, it was so good. I read that one, and there's a power in reading that literally opens up pathways in the brain. I learned that from a TED Talk, a woman who did a TED Talk. It was great. But there is a beauty in audiobooks, don't get me wrong, but it is said that you gain more when you actually read a book and hold it or read it on a device. I enjoyed her story, and how much trouble she had with her parents accepting her, and how it took them years and years and years to accept her. She had one son, and I remembered her story when I met a woman from Jordan today in Whole Foods. She was just an older woman, brown-skinned, sepia kind of toned, with black hair. And I was like, this woman reminds me of a native in this country. I don't know if Indians like to be called natives in this country. I'm not sure. But she reminded me of an American Indian. And I asked her, what is your ethnicity? And we started talking from there. She was delightful, and she went all into the history of her people coming from Africa, her father being dark, like an African American man. I was like, what? And she talked about how dark she gets in the summertime. She was saying, I get so black. But I didn't really feel like she was saying it as an insult, but I did glean that she was saying if I could have washed it off, I would have showered and washed it off. Anyway, she was brown-skinned, definitely brown-skinned. And then she had a handsome, tall son who was getting something on the other side of the produce section. And she said, that's my son. So I said, hello, handsome one, because he was younger. He was probably like 20 or 30. And she said, his dad is Italian. And I was thinking, yeah, I know, because he's definitely light. Definitely lighter on the lighter side of things. He did not look like he was, but then he did look like something else other than Anglo-Saxon Jute or Caucasian. He did look like he was mixed with something, but he was definitely not as dark as she was. But she went to work on us about the history of her people in Africa. She was coming out of Ethiopia and how they had moved over to Jordan, how her people saved Christianity. And then my friend and I were like, later on going home, like, what other religions in Jordan? And we found that it was Christianity, the number one group in Jordan, were Orthodox Christians. I was like, what? Pentecostal, evangelical. And then Muslims came under that. But it was a day of learning about Muslims and seeing them portrayed in films, good and bad. I guess like we can all be portrayed everywhere. But what a wonderful day. So anyway, I'm going to vlog tomorrow and the whole weekend. I'll see you soon. I'm getting ready to take this shower and fall in love with my Kindle. Listen to some more books and read. And I want to see Mary Jane buy arms in Afghanistan and see her videos. Oh my God, I enjoy her so much. See you tomorrow.